Yo, it's the dinner now. Should play upon the Bobby Double Yay J, aka Bobby Yay Jones. And today I got something to say. Give it a few minutes and let this algorithm send out notifications, attract people to my page and all this and all that, you know what I mean? In the meantime, I'm going to just give praise to the universe and the most high for blessing me to exist in this realm of existence for another 365 days of existence. You know what I mean? Today is my C day. I plan on going out, handling some BI, taking a few shots, get my shit hit real quick, and then going out. Spending a little time on the strength of days. But look, check this out, man. I don't even know how to tell y'all this because when I tell y'all this, 85% of y'all ain't gonna believe it. But this is what I want to start. This isn't going to be the topic of tonight, but I just want to start off and I want to say this. There's been lights over many metropolises here in America. It's been these lights. They're calling them drones. But I want to come and I want to be the first, if not the first, amongst the first to come and tell you that those aren't drones. The United States government knows what those lights are. There was one light that came out here that they said was a drone, right? Came out here in Las Vegas about 3 or 4 days ago, right? It went over downtown Las Vegas. It hovered over it and shut off all the lights. It's like 2,000 to 7,000 people currently in the metropolis of Las Vegas that doesn't have. Appreciate that. El Cheapo, much love. Peace and blessings to you, Queen. Much love. But there's over 2,000 to 7,000 individuals that don't have electricity here in Las Vegas right now. Before the electricity went out, all they saw was lights hovering over that part of the city, and then the lights went off. That's not an unusual thing because probably about 10 years ago, 15 years ago, there was these saucer-shaped, whatever you call them, right? Vehicles, right? That was going over these nuclear sites. Different parts of the world, right? China, here in America, Russia, they were going over these nuclear sites. And it was killing all the electricity. After they killed the electricity, they flew away with a velocity that man didn't even have the instruments or the technology to gauge. So the government, and before we get into what we're gonna talk about, the government is about to start playing with a lot of our minds, right? They put it in movies to lessen the shock value. If you go on the CDC website and you research this, they're giving information on how to survive a zombie apocalypse. Now, if you dig a little deeper, they got a virus that comes from a fungus that once it gets into the body of a human, you have zombie-like symptoms, like a rabid dog, and you crave and thirst for blood because it's something that's inside of the blood, the plasma or whatever that's inside of the blood. It keeps the virus feeds off of blood. So maybe this is something that we're going to see in our lifetime. They put it in the form of a movie. When I got out in 2007, family, I seen this movie that scared the shit out of me. It was called 28 Days Later. This in 2007. A few years later, they made 28 Weeks Later. Then a little bit, well, now, currently, they got the 28 Years Later coming out. But if you watch all these movies like 28 Weeks, 28 Months, 28 and all that, right? And then you watch the movie The Maze Runner, and you watch all these other movies, man, they telling us what's about to happen. They predicted certain viruses and certain plagues being released on humanity through movies. But I digress, right? If you read the Bible in the book of Ezekiel, and I ain't trying to be religious and all that. I'm just trying to give you some game. You feel what I'm saying? If you read the Bible in the book of Ezekiel, Ezekiel said that he was sitting at a certain lake or a certain river, right? Cuz said he looked to the north and beheld something that had the appearance of a wheel. What do wheels do? Wheels turn like this, right? That's what wheels do, turn. Something that had the appearance or the likeliness of a wheel within a wheel with lights radiating all around it. Then, furthermore, Ezekiel said that this wheel within a wheel with lights radiating all around it came and positioned itself on the earth. And from the midst of it, from inside of this wheel within a wheel with lights radiating all around it, came the likeliness of humans that had certain different faces and all that, and they hovered. And everywhere that they hovered to, the wheel within a wheel followed after them. What you think that is? Do the Bible tell us about what we call UFOs? So when the Israelites were being guided through the wilderness, right? They say they were being guided by a cloud by day, right? And a light by night. What you think that was? Think about it. So now, why has the United States government been fighting themselves to declassify information about UFOs? Now UFOs are these lights, or what they call them, these drones, right? These drones are being spotted everywhere. All within a week span, all within the time span of a week. All around the world, these what they call drones is popping up. What are these drones? What's really going on? So to counter that, so that we don't believe in something that's more superior or intelligent than we are, what the governments of the world is doing is creating with something we all familiar with, Project Blue Beam. That's like, somebody gonna say a joke about you, right? So to lessen the impact of that joke, you crack the joke on yourself, or you acknowledge the flaw, or highlight the flaw within yourself that you know that this person is going to use against you. So what they doing, they put out a lot of information, and they're going to use Project Blue Beam to intimidate us. So when we start seeing the actual things, you be like, oh man, that's Project Blue Beam. We become dismissive. No, I want to read something to you before I segue into the N word SHIT. You know what I mean? The typical SHIT, right? I want to read you something from Luke, and this is Luke 21:11. And this is what it says, because it's being predicted, right? There will be, and this is from the New International Version of the Bible, there will be great earthquakes, famines, pestilence in various places, and fearful events and great signs in the heavens. Now, let me get it to you from, I know a lot of y'all may be Christians and whatnot. Yo, I'm live. Let me get right back with you. Let's check it out. I know a lot of y'all is traditional Christians or Orthodox Christians or what is it called? Pentecostal Christian or Christian Baptist and whatnot. And a lot of African Americans read from the King James Version. It's just something about African Americans in the King James Version. You feel what I'm saying? I got a gray hair right here, man. I'm blessed, homie. They said I wasn't gonna live past 21 and 25, and here I am right now, 39. You feel me? On the rental, but let's get into this real shit. So in the King James Bible, it's saying great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines. That's when there's no food. Now let's just talk about famines just real quick. Can we talk about famines just real quick? Not trying to be political, not trying to be spiritual or whatnot, just trying to give you some game about what's about to befall humanity, right? People say, no, we ain't in no food crisis. Well, if we're not in a food crisis and we're not experiencing a food shortage, then why in Japan are they making food out of human excrement? Doodle. Why in Brazil they're making bread, food out of cockroaches? So if we ain't experiencing a famine and whatnot, right? Why they be calling so much food? The food is tainted. The food is no good. Now, whether it's by design or whether it's just something that's just happening, we're actually in a food crisis. We're in a famine right now. A lot of y'all don't see it because a lot of the food that we're consuming right now is genetic modified organisms, and that's how they keep the produce stock. But organic food and all that, we had a shortage. And if we didn't have genetic modified organisms that can grow more quicker and more resilient and able to withstand harsher climates and whatnot, man, we'd be assed out. But a lot of this GMO food, it ain't no good. That's why they talking about McDonald's just had a outbreak of salmonella poison because people's eating the onions. The onions are GMO food. GMO produce and GMO what you call meat? What they call a meat? I forget what they call a meat. We're just gonna say meat, produce and meat, right? It don't have a long it doesn't have a long shelf life like other food, and it is more susceptible to catching certain bacteria and viruses. So when we eat it, we become contaminated. But they say it ain't no famine. It's a famine, most definitely. It's a famine. It's a famine, homie. But they're able to disguise it because if they put it out there that it's a famine and that we're actually experiencing food shortages, the world is gonna go crazy. Motherfuckers are gonna go buff up crazy. They're gonna go crazy. So it is a famine. Why do you think 5 kids just passed away from eating ramen noodles? Because all this stuff is contaminated with GMO. They didn't have enough time to fully study the effects of GMO upon the human body. And that's why it's having diverse effects upon us. They been slipping it on us and all that, especially if you're in these destitute communities and you want to food places like Food for Less and all this and all that and all that. You feel me? But I digress. In a great earthquake, it's been a lot of earthquakes, man. It's been earthquakes in spots that they have earthquakes in 100 years. Just pay attention. And when this big earthquake get cracking on the West Coast, the San Andreas fault line go halfway around the world. So we can break it down and talk about the catastrophe that's going to happen up there in Yellowstone National Park. If that super volcano erupt, we in trouble. But let me get back to reading this. And great earthquakes shall be in diverse places. That means diverse. And famines, food shortage, ain't no food. And pestilence. What is a pestilence? A pestilence is like an epidemic. We just came out of an epidemic. Now they're saying we may be about to go into another epidemic. Pestilence and fearful sights and great signs shall be there from heaven. All you got to do is just look to the sky. And now you're seeing a lot of people talking about a second sun and certain things about the constellations and all this and all that, homie. We got to wake up. The word government, what does government mean? Govern, it means to steer, to direct, or to control. And mint, what does mint mean? Mint, M-E-N-T, most of the time it pertains to the mind. That's why you got temperament, you got mental, M-E-N-T-A-L, mental, mentality. Mint has a lot to, and I'm talking about M-E-N-T and not M-I-N-T, but mint pertains to the mind. So you got govern and you got mint, you put it together, it's mind control or mind dictator or mind dictating or mind guiding, mind steering and all that. The government been planning this for a long time. But I'm gonna get up off that, man, and I'm gonna segue into some other stuff, man. A lot of people been wanting me to come on here and talk about the recent video because I did a reaction to one of Bunny Hunter BJ videos, but Bunny Hunter BJ hasn't retracted his statement. What he did, he put out another video, and he pretty much prettying up what he said. Oh, I ain't talking about this, but you were talking about that person. See, this internet world get tricky, man, and you got to be mindful, man, and you got to put on that armor of whatever it is that you believe in, man, when you come in here and you start dealing with these jokers, man. But I wanna read something to y'all because I'll be telling y'all about the confidential informants and how individuals are getting paid from the government to tell and we tip on other cats and how the streets is co-opted. It's too many dudes co-opted in the streets for a cat to get out there and want to be a street N-I-G-G-A. It's not going to work because the government knows everything. The government values resources and information more than anything. So the way that they control the information is by giving all these dudes checks. You sell a bag of weed, the government know about it. It just ain't a sufficient enough weed or whatever for them to come and get you, but the government is in control of everything. They know everything, especially in the streets with these informants. But let's get into this real quick, man. I want to read this to y'all because this was real interesting to me. This shit is crazy. It say two, and I'm reading from the Orange County Register. It say two jailhouse snitches who were paid, and this is how deep it is, man. This snitch market is so lucrative that now they're going to the legislation saying, hey, we got to change the way that we pay these individuals. We got to change the way that we give these individuals incentives and perks because now it's making them too comfortable. All dudes want to do is just sit up, collect information, and snitch. That's all they want to do. Sit back and observe. I remember I was telling one of my homies, like, listen, cuz one of my partners was in prison. But every time he called, man, his series of questions to me was suspicious. The homie ain't paying attention to it because he happy to be on the phone with a reputable homie from behind a wall. But when this dude calling, man, his series of questions is like, I'm cool, man. No, hell no. A lot of cats, even in the California Department of Correction, are confidential informants. If cell phones was against policy and against the procedures and the institutional rules and whatnot, why is so many cell phones in prison? A cat can be in prison right now and go live right now. I can call some cats from prison right now and bring them up right here. Hey, thank y'all for the birthday shout-outs, man. I appreciate that. Why is they allowing so many phones in prison? Because a lot of these dudes is collecting information for the police. A lot of these phones is bugged. So when they call them like, hey, man, I heard the homies got into it. Woo-woo. Oh, yeah? Shit, which one of the homies did that? Oh, man, it was the little homie woo-woo, man. He got into it with woo-woo, and he went over there and got cracking. What? With what? Like, what? Man, who will get that crazy joker a gun? Oh, man, the homie woo gave him the gun. We was like, yeah, man, if he want to do it, they got a whole case right there. Just like that. Because a lot of these phones in prison, homie, these is police phones. The police is giving the thumbs up and say, yeah, give Wooty the phone and let him pass them phones out to keep people and all that. But let's get back into this. 2 jailhouse snitches who were paid $335,000 over 4 years sparked new legislation. All right, under a new state bill, jailhouse informers like Mexican Mafia member, Mexican Mafia. I'm not coming at y'all. Don't think that I'm coming at y'all. This is an article, cuz under new state bill, jailhouse informers like Mexican Mafia member Raymond Puppet Cuevas and Jose Bouncer Paredes would no longer be able to live like kings behind bars, raking in as much as $3,000 a case, as well as cartons of Marlboro cigarettes, fast food, Xbox machines, and other perks. Puppet and Bouncer, a pair of jailhouse snitches, were paid $335,000 over a 4-year window for work in dozens of cases in Southern California, have inspired a new state bill to limit the rewards given to criminal informants. Assembly Bill 359 on Tuesday sailed anonymously through the State Assembly Public Safety Committee, passing its first hurdle. The bill next goes to the Assembly floor for a full vote at a yet to be determined date. Court ledgers obtained by the Orange County Register show that between 2011 and 2015, police in Orange County paid these 2 informants $14,200 to the man. Riverside County paid $6,000, and law enforcement in San Bernardino County paid $3,750. The rest of the informant pay came from the police agencies in Long Beach and Los Angeles County. Police typically sent the man into jail Police typically sent the man into jail to befriend suspects, usually other members of the Mexican Mafia, who hadn't yet obtained legal representation. Cuevas and Paredes in cells wired were placed in cells wired with recording devices, offered to help the suspects dodge a death penalty from the Mexican Mafia, but only if they confessed a complete history of their alleged crimes. Wow, that's crazy. Hold on, let me reread that. In Orange County, court records indicate that both men were among informants, sometimes employed to get information from suspects who already had lawyers, a practice that violates, hold on, forgive me. Mexican Mafia who hadn't yet obtained, police typically sent the man into jails to befriend suspects, usually other members of the Mexican Mafia, who hadn't yet obtained legal representation. Cuevas and Paredes in cells wired were put in cells wired with recording devices, offered to help the suspects dodge a death penalty from the Mexican Mafia. So they was putting them in the cells and saying, hey, dog, hey, you fucked up, homie. Hey, the big dogs, homie, you want to answer for that, dog. But if you tell me, homie, what happened, dog, maybe I can be able to help you, homie. So what happened, dog?
Oh, well, me and Dopey, we were riding in Ghae, and we ran across this Moreno, and Dopey is like, hey, dude, let's get out and let's F that Moreno up, and things went bad, dog, and the Vato killed him, fool.
That's a confession. All right, dog, since you told me that, I'm going to holler at the big homies, dog, and I'm going to make sure you're cool, homie, you're feminine. Shit like that. So they intimidating the dudes. Hey, what you did was wrong, and you can get held accountable by the big dogs, but I can help you. The police is cold. They sending these Mexican Mafia, or these 2 Mexican Mafia representatives or alleged representative members, they send them into cells. So cats knowing, and I always tell y'all, when the government goes into our communities, right? When these people go into our community and they're looking for representatives, they don't go after cats that's marks, chumps, and suckers. They go after dudes that's a little hungry, need a little money, but got a strong reputation. You know how every hood got that gangster nigga ain't got no money, he broke, but he can fight. He'll bully you and all that. You know, he'll try to bully a cat, but he ain't got no money. Every hood got one of these Debo type cats. Friday, cemented that personality, that personality type. A Debo type cat. He can fight a little bit, knock you out, maybe big, very intimidating and all that, but he ain't got no bread. So what these agencies that do that's working on contract with the government, they'll go get a cat like Debo. Debo, listen, why you out here riding a bike with shit stains in your drawers and corduroy house shoes on and all that, man? I can put you in whatever kind of car you want to drive. All you got to do is, man, use your rep to intimidate these dudes and get us information. We can get you $100,000 a year.
You can give me 100,000 a year.
Yeah, I can get you 100,000 a year. Now Debo's a snitch. So when Debo got the bag, and he a gangster, and he got a little influence in the set, just a little bit. But now that he got the bag and Cass is scared of him, now he's top of the pecking order. So it's easy for him to go to the little homies and, you know what I mean, show a little, you know, jury and all that, show a car and all that, and the little homies gonna talk because they look at him as a reputable homie. They look at him as a top tier gangster. So that's what they doing when they talk about putting these two type of representatives or alleged representatives of the Mexican mafia in there to get at these Sureños. Hey, fool, I can help you because you can fuck around and hit the yard out, fool, and you can get poked up, fool. So what happened, dog? But all the time, he working for the police. But let's get back into this, cuz this is some heavy shit. Police typically sent the man into jails to befriend suspects, usually other members of the Mexican mafia who hadn't yet obtained legal representation. Cuevas and Parades were put in cells with recording devices, offered to help the suspects dodge a death penalty from the Mexican mafia, but only if they confessed the complete history of their alleged crimes. In Orange County, court records indicate that both men were among the informants sometimes employed to get information from suspects who already had lawyers, a practice that violates federal law. Oh. The county so-called snitch scandal also was mentioned by sponsors of AB 359 as inspiration for the law. The integrity of our criminal justice system is crumbling, and one contributing factor is California's long history of unethical and illegal use of jailhouse informants, like we are seeing play out in Orange County, said the bill sponsor Assembly Reggie Jones Sawyer, Democrat, Los Angeles. This bill is a small but significant step to make sure our criminal justice system does what it is intended to do, which is to deliver on the promise of justice for all. The Orange County District Attorney's Office did not answer a request for a comment, and the California District Attorneys Association reported that it had no opinion on the bill at the time. The bill caps are monetary and non-monetary payments to informants at $100 per case, including any investigatory work. Currently, the cap is $50 per case for testimony and no limit in compensation for investigation. Additionally, the bill requires prosecutors to keep the database that track informant work and locations and turn detailed informant histories over to defense attorneys no later than 30 days before the preliminary hearing. The streets is corrupted, homie. Ain't no future out there. Get around your family, get you a job, start eating right, clear your mind, and get ready for what's about to befall humanity. Because when everything crack off, it ain't gonna matter if you white, black, Caucasian, it don't matter. It's gonna be the have versus the have-nots. Now they're discovering additional land out there in Antarctica or the Arctic Circle, whichever one is melted right now. They're finding grassy lands with vegetation. So now they're trying to create a breakaway civilization. So when everything over here go bad, they trying to escape and go over there. But it ain't gonna work out for them, because in the book of Revelation it says that rich man should run to the mountains and say, hide us from the wrath of the Lord. And the Most High should take the mountains and cast them into the ocean. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm gonna get into some of these comments, man. I'm gonna get up out of here. And thank everybody for the happy birthday wishes, man. I appreciate that. El Cheap already read her comments, stopping by to hit that like button. I appreciate that. On the Renting Nails. Crenshaw veteran folks say happy birthday. Tobias Shakur say happy C-Day. Crenshaw veteran folks say I am Warm Springs Road. I'm on Warm Springs Road. What happened? Oh yeah, what I was talking about is they said that a drone had flown over downtown Las Vegas. Oh, if you're on Warm Springs Road, man, you way out there. Nah, but they said that a drone flew over downtown Las Vegas and cut the power off, and then it got on. So over 2,000 to 7,000, between 2,000 to 7,000 people right now in that area doesn't have electricity. Maybe they restored it. It's probably restored right now, but just look it up. You heard Rich Trapper got caught on a gay day. Whoa! Crystal veteran, bro, that's crazy. You heard Rich Trapper got caught on a gay dating app. Wow. You know what? Forgive me. I've been knew that Rich Trapper was into same-sex coitus situations. Coitus, C-O-I-T-U-S. It means to copulate. I've been knew that Rich Trapper really enjoys indulging in copulation with other males. That's nothing new. But one thing I'm not gonna do, I'm not gonna mock him. You feel what I'm saying? Because we don't know what drove him to be into that type of sex preference. We don't know if he was a child, if somebody did something inappropriate to him. We don't know if he was a child. He was introduced to that type of sexuality through other children who may have been R word or M word. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna laugh at him. Like I say, man, sometimes we gotta give our people compassion, understanding, and empathy. Even though he came at me, even though he lied and said, oh, Bobby A, F Bobby A. Bobby A broke ASS, got mad because I wouldn't give him an interview for $25. Come on, Rich Trapper. You know you was lying on that Ken, folks. You know what I mean? So it's still cool. I still look at you as the male version of Wendy Williams, you know what I mean? But I'm not gonna laugh at your sexual preference because you may have been forced into that. You may have been a victim. And a lot of people who are victim, when they get older, they grow on to have that type of craving and desire for that sexual perversion, or they go on to victimize hurt people. So I'm not gonna laugh at that, man. But I appreciate that information. Gonna lift that brother up in prayer, man. And we just gonna continue to pray for those who need prayer, man. My partner JG says it's your birthday, Bobby. Yay, that's Leo, brother. Nah, let me stop playing. Yeah, today my birthday. I appreciate that, man. So Volan 2003 say happy birthday. I appreciate that. MIC book say happy born day, my G. I appreciate that. Black Superman. I see more than one great hair, buddy. It's a blessing, homie. I see it too. Boom, right there. Man, it's a blessing, homie, on my mama. Man, listen, homie. I'm praying to get to that age, man, when all this be great. Man, I come from the projects, man. I come from the gutter. To be here right now is a blessing, homie. The last time I went to jail, man, they were trying to give me 21 years. A movie script saved my life. When the police was coming in and talking about, oh yeah, he's a reputable PJ Watch Crip gang member, and he does this and he does this, and a countless amount of times we have encountered him in Imperial Coast housing projects, and he does things to further the notoriety of the gang, and his name is, homie, I was facing 21 years for a pistol. I ain't hit nobody with the thenanang and none of that. They called me with a thenanang, you feel what I'm saying? And they used the juvenile stripe to they gave me, so what they was gonna do, and I'm gonna just get through this. So if it carried 3, 5, or whatever, right? They used a juvenile stripe to double that up. Then they hit me with a gang enhancement to put 10 additional years on that. And then they gave me a 1-year prison enhancement. It was by the grace of God, homie, that Malik Bikal came to that courtroom and gave the judge and the DA a movie script called Imperial Dreams about my life. And that's why I'm blessed to be here right now, homie. Because they was paying me to be a menace to society. But I'm in the community telling the homies, listen, man, we got to put the guns down. We can't keep doing it. We can't keep going back and forth. They hurt us and we hurt them. Then we can't keep doing this. We losing. Just look around. I was doing my best, even though I was on that pot of cocaine, and in certain situations when people brought it to me, I was wilding, but only if I was provoked. But I was trying to be a pillar and a positive force in my community. So by the grace of God, Malik Bithal gave us the first script, the first draft. As soon as he finished the script about my life, the first draft he gave to the judge and the DA. And by the grace of God, homie, it was on my birthday, on my mama. It was on my birthday, 2009. I walked in the court, and the district attorney named some Tufil. He looked at me. Did one of those, like, he seemed like an old mafia cat. The way he dressed, it was all Italian mafia, like, you feel what I'm saying? He was like, happy birthday. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I look at my child, what's up with this nigga? Like, I don't know. He just as confused and perplexed and discombobulated as I am. This nigga winked his eye and told me, happy birthday. The judge called my attorney up, and they talking. I'm like, cuz, the fuck going on? I'm facing 21 years, PJ Crib. I'm thinking it's over. 5, 7 years, maybe 8 years before, they just gave my daddy life for a pistol. They just gave my big homie Pulo Sylvester life for a pistol. not using a pistol in commission of a crime or none of that, just had a pistol, been an ex-gang member, having old strikes and all that. They gave him like, homie, something like, it's a wrap for me, cuz like I'm gone, like I'm going to November. So I'm ready to take it on the chin. They was offering me a deal for 15. I'm like, man, 15 sound better than 21. Man, and tell them run it. If you can get it down to 12, man, I take a deal right now. Like, oh Mike. So they up there talking, he come back. My attorney like hit me like it was cool, like, man, you good. Like, all right, for shit, they're like, man, what do you mean I'm good? They gonna give me the 12, like, you feel me? That's what I'm thinking. Like, they about to give me the 12, like, man, I take that 12. If they can give me a deal for 12, 12 is better than 15, 15 better than 21. So the judge and them start hollering and all that, and they moved to give me a deal for 2 years with halftime on Mike, on PJ Wash Crib. And they let Malik come and talk. Malik said, man, since I met this young man, I've been getting him out the projects, and we've been going to USC. I introduced him to the Beverly Hills film culture. Whoopie, he's a positive young man. And I had like 50 people from my community. Well, he had like 50 people from my community that was like community activists and so on and so forth, write letters of character reference for me and all that. And by the grace of God, because they gave me 2 years. They gave me 2 years with halftime. They struck the juvenile strike. Now that they have a new narrative outside of what this whole ass nigga game detective Correas was painting me as. See, Correas, I'm gonna give y'all the story later. Correas had it out for me because I stayed one move ahead of him. When these niggas was re-tipping on me and Correas and what's the other dude name? Martinez or Sanchez? It was Sanchez and Martinez. Every time they hit my spot, they don't find none. I'm squeaky clean on Mike. And I used to frustrate him. One day the homies hanging out, I think I gave y'all the story. The homies hanging out in New York. Me and the homie Vulture, we in the spot, man. It's a lot of stuff in the spinning out, right? So when the homies see one time, they break. I'm in the house. Listen to me, cuz. I'm in the house on PJ Watts. I'm in the house. When we see the lights and all that, we hear the, you know, the, and then the homies hitting the gates and all that, like me and cuz get low. Now they flashing the lights through the window, but you can't come in there without a search warrant. They just so happen to be driving by. Or somebody drew by and told them that we was out there. And how I know somebody re-tipped on the nigga, like, because look, the outfit that I had on a Hot Wheels jacket on Mike. Korea's bitch ass told my Uncle TJ, hey, tell a dude in a Hot Wheels jacket that he don't have too many more times to run from us. When we catch him, we gonna kill him on PJ crib. So Korea's been had it out for a nigga because I always stayed one step ahead of him. So get back to the story. So now that they had another narrative paint me as a person that's in the community, that's working with the youth, that's trying to make a change, that's trying to get brothers to come together and whatnot. Now they're not going off that gang, whoop and all that. So now that they see me as something other than a gang member, they got rid of the gang enhancement because they gave me 2 years with half. But getting back to what I was saying, what the fuck was I saying? I forgot what I was saying on PJ crib. Hey, but shit is real. I forgot what I was saying. Somebody had said something. Oh yeah, I was just talking about, man, when he say that I got gray hairs, man. If you've been through a portion of shit that I survived, homie, you'll be blessed to be here with gray hairs too, man. And I'm praying to God that I can make it that my whole head be gray, man. This is a blessing, homie. This is a crown to me on Mike. This is like, yeah, that's an achievement on PJ crib, because a lot of people say I was gonna be gone by 21, 25 and all that, homie, on crib. If you understood the odds that I overcame and surmounted, cuz you'll be like, yeah, right on, homie, on the reels. So Anna B says facts. Anna B says true facts. Crenshaw veteran Bobby Ye been saying that for a while. This is the truth. But I don't want to bully. Excuse me. I don't want to bully the guy because of his sexual preference. That's not what I'm gonna do. I just ain't appreciate the dude lying on me and making me seem like I'm impecunious, that I'm just flat out broken. I'm just doing super bad, and I couldn't give him $25, or I tried to give him $25 for an interview. Come on, Kim folks, let's not spread false narratives when we can come on here and address real issues and create active and effective solutions. That was my stance on that. Black Superman said, also have deep lines and crow's feet. How old are you? 62? Okay, brother, I see you want to throw jokes tonight, brother. If I am 62, it's a blessing to be here, Kim folks. No matter if I'm 39, 62, the things that I survived in those streets, homie, it's a blessing to be here with my reputation and my manhood intact. But I can't say the same thing about individuals like you who are so insecure and who are so disappointed in themselves that what they want to do, they want to come on here and say this. Oh, I'm gonna say this. Oh, Bobby Ye is live. Let me bounce over there to Bobby Ye's page and say this. Shut your stupid ass up. And since you want to be stupid, and you're a grown man, we gonna put your stupid ass on timeout, dummy. Let's get this stupido up out of here, man. Whoop. He's gone. All right. Guillermo Paratoni, the bipolar chipmunk, says, I was defending Zesty Funplay for being a horrible rapper. Oh man, did y'all see Lefty Gunplay and the niggas in Gordon, bro? Did y'all see their performance? Man, I'll cover that tomorrow. All right, Divine Dedication say happy birthday. I appreciate that. Mike Bailey says happy birthday. I appreciate that. G180 say happy day. Look, this infant Avalon Blue from Chaos from the funny side. Happy day, Lo. This infant Avalon Blue. Free. Oh man, shout out to my Avalon niggas, cuz. 5 Trey, 88, 11-6, 40 Avalon. Man, yeah, man. Shout out to the Avalons, man. Shooter, that's my partner, man. Much love to my partner. I don't know if he Baby Doc or Infant Doc. Shout out to Cuz too. I did some time with my nigga Big Shady A. Cuz was one of them niggas in the county on Mike, on PJ Crip, man. Shout out to the Avalon, man. There's some good Crip homies right now. Frank Nitty, what's the dinner deal? Frank Nitty, ain't today your birthday, cuz? Whose birthday is today? It's today with mine, cuz. Forgive me. I've been dealing with so much shit, Ken folks, that I forgot. Frank Nitty, if today your C day or your B day, whichever one, happy birthday to you, Ken folks. Anna B says, ha ha ha. You would be a good voice commentator.
That's what I'm working on, becoming a voice commentator.
No, I'm working on that though, on the reels. Anna B say, much respect, Bobby Ye, for being the bigger person. I appreciate that, Queen. Much love and love you, beautiful lady. PJ Blow 114 say, thank the Lord you made it to another birthday. God bless you. He keep making that fire content. All praise be to the Most High God, man. I'm gonna keep my best foot forward. 2025, we getting cracking. It's about to be crazy. You gonna see my face. All these dudes that be trying to SHIT on my content and ridicule my numbers and all that, man. You dudes is, yeah, man. You're looking at your competition right here. Even though I'm only in competition with myself, but since y'all want to talk so much and be so flamboyant and all that, I'm on y'all ass. P's and Q's. What's the deal? Hey, Kim folks, check it out. Didn't mean no disrespect when I jumped on there and I was saying what I was saying. It's just, to me, man, it's just mind-boggling. Like, you feel me? That's like, I'm chilling with this dude, and this dude's a rat, and I know he's a rat. And it's cool long as I benefit. Then when I can't benefit, or we have a mishap, or we have a disagreement, then I want to expose him. No, I was supposed to expose him, homie, if that's the way that I live, and I'm a part of the code, and I'm part of the G code. I'm supposed to expose cuz as soon as I find out that he's doing something that's contrary to the code. And I'm not saying that you're not a solid cat. From watching what I've been watching, man, you seem like a good dude and whatnot, you feel me? And I like the dialogue with you sometime in the future and whatnot, you feel me? It's all love, man. I just hope that you ain't take offense to what I had said. I never called you out your name or nothing like that, you feel me? I was just stating the obvious, because me being a person of morals, right? A person that hurt little kids and hurt women, you can't be around me, cuz. Even if I can get the bag from you. And I was raised by G's to us like this. If this dude out of pocket and he ain't no good, this nigga's lunch meat on crib. We about to book this nigga. We about to, he lunch meat on Mike. You came in here with these gorillas and bamboos and you want to be a banana? Oh, we gonna show you what we do to bananas and all that. We about to run through you because you out of pocket. And you shouldn't have came over here with these lions, bears, hyenas, and all that. Like, you feel what I'm saying? And that's the thing, what I'm saying in these YouTube streets. You got dudes who ain't really cut like that, who ain't really from the streets, but what they do, they align themselves with real gangsters. And these gangsters take them under their wings. Now these gangsters find themselves in conflict with other dudes who may be gangsters too. That ain't cool, homie, because a predator, and I'm not talking about an S predator, no, not talking about an SEX predator. I'm talking about apex predators. Predator respect predators unless survival is on the line. So if a lion, just say if lions and tigers did have a part in the wilderness where they interacted and came across each other, they wouldn't fight unless survival was on the line. It's a buffalo right there. I'm trying to get that buffalo. You want that buffalo. You got to get through me to get that buffalo. Survival's on the line. Because when it's apex predator, or when it's predator and predator of near or equal force, they're gonna avoid each other because they know that it's gonna be maximum carnage if we just so happen to hit. It's called I ain't trying to get too philosophical, but let's get back into these comments. Oh, these motherfuckers going kind of fast. P's and Q's say it's cool for Shigadel. No, I wasn't getting paid. Oh, why you was fucking with cuz, man? Man, that dude, like, man, you can tell that dude, like, you feel me? And a lot of the content and a lot of the things that he do, homie, is suspect on Mike because as this man, homie, we gotta be solution based. We've been living and existing in a problem for too long. That dude was trying to form an alliance with some dudes from out of South Central. One of the dudes from South Central jumped on his bandwagon and bit and said some slick towards me, but not knowing like I'm really from my hood. Like, oh Mike, I'm really like, I used to really be about that. So it's still in me. So he doing all this and doing all that. And I get back at him and all that. Then he started inquiring about who I am. And by the grace of God, it's kind of like simmering, like, you feel me? But real individuals ain't supposed to bump heads over suckers. I watched the hood. That was the downfall of a hood that I won't say, but the real cats allowed these suckers that had a little money to you know what I mean, chill and what you call that, man? Freeload off they gangster. So two suckers get into it, and then real dudes come to their defense, and now real dudes is clashing, and all the real dudes that's associated with this dude, all the other real dudes start, instead of allowing cooler heads to prevail, everybody start picking up AKs and taking sides. So now all the real cats is beefing, all the real cats destroyed themselves, prison or the graveyard. Now the community is filled with suckers. And we wonder why these youngsters is on some sucker SHIT. We wonder why these youngsters don't carry themselves in a manner and a fashion of their predecessors. Because look who they was raised by. When a lot of us went to jail, homie. But I won't stay on that. It's all love. Booked on Mike. I feel you. Lady of Watts Goons LLC. Lady of Rage looking blank blank. Here we go again. I just met another one like you. Watts Goon LLC. Look, you're so dissatisfied with your life to where you want to come on the internet, right? And psychologically get a negative response from individuals on the internet. But me, I'm too slick of a cat to be outwitted by kittens. You feel what I'm saying? So what I'm going to do for you, I'm going to bless you. So this is how I'm going to bless you. I ain't going to even call you out your name. I ain't going to even disrespect your baby mama that's getting hit by your homies and all that. I'm not going to financially shame you. I'm not going to do anything but just get rid of you, brother. Everything in life requires energy. Once you stop giving it energy, it ceases to exist. So watch this. This is how we got to start handling situations in our lives. Female nagging or this type of situations or any type of complication. Watch this. Sit back like this and go like this. Oh, this don't serve my purpose. I can't benefit from this. So I can't stress off of this. Boop. It's gone. So P's and Q's say fact. Ryan Reynolds so happy see that. Yeah, this punch. Punch! That's my nigga Punchy on mic. What's the dinner there, Punch? Hey, but listen, man, y'all still be blessed, man, and keep your eye on the prize, man. And let's try to be a better individual than we was yesterday. You feel what I'm saying? I love y'all. How I know I love y'all because I love myself and I am a reflection and a part of y'all. So y'all love me. I love y'all. Y'all still be blessed, man. I'm about to go enjoy my birthday, man. One love. Make sure y'all like and subscribe and do all that other shit that everybody be saying that they be saying. You got to tell them to like and subscribe, cuz. So like and subscribe. Help me get them likes up. Help me stay in the algorithm. Like, subscribe, comment, share, and all that, man. Y'all step and be blessed, man. One love. Cut the heater off this house. Motherfucker.